My cousin stole the money meant for my son's surgery, laughed it off, and booked a Paris trip. A week later, she deeply regretted it. So, the other day, my cousin Kelly posted this Instagram story where she's all cheers with a glass of champagne on a flight to Paris. At first, I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but something just seemed off. Then, the next snap shows her designer carry-on, and boom, my heart just sank. That's the same day I realized money was missing from my account. It's been a whirlwind these past 48 hours, and maybe jotting it down will help me figure out my next move. Here's the deal, my son, Koa, is 7, and he's got this condition that affects his walking. It's not life-threatening, but it kind of messes with everything he does. The doctors say a corrective surgery could help him walk, run, and play like the other kids. I've been putting aside every penny I can for 2 years now, working extra shifts, weekends, you name it, all for this surgery fund. I saved up $122,000, and yeah, when you're a single parent working at a factory, that amount feels like $1 million. Koa and I would often check on that growing savings account and dream about all the cool things he'd do once he could walk properly. Kelly came to live with my sister Violet a few months back after she lost her job. She was always around our place, playing with Koa and bringing him little goodies. In hindsight, there were signs I missed. She kept asking about the surgery, the payments, and where I was keeping the money. I thought she was just being a supportive cousin. Then, last Thursday, I log into my account during my lunch break, planning to move some funds. And bam, the surgery fund was empty, just vanished. I freaked out and called the bank right away. They told me there were these sneaky little transfers made to another account over the past week. Kelly must have hoped I wouldn't notice them right off the bat. I tried reaching out to Kelly, calls went unanswered, texts ignored. Then, her Instagram stories start rolling in. First, she's at the airport, then toasting with champagne, and then, there she is at the Eiffel Tower. Each post felt like a gut punch. She wasn't even trying to be discreet about it. I called Violet, who was just as blindsided. She mentioned Kelly talking about Paris but thought she'd been saving up. Violet was all apologetic, saying Kelly had used her laptop and Wi-Fi, and she had no clue about anything else. Yesterday, Koa asked me why I seemed so upset. How do you break it to a 7-year-old that someone he trusts essentially stole his shot at moving like other kids? He showed me the Eiffel Tower keychain Kelly gave him last week, the same one she probably bought with his surgery money. This morning, I finally reached Kelly on WhatsApp, and her profile pic showed her living it up at a cafe, croissant in hand. When I confronted her, her response was infuriating. She goes, "Oh come on, Harvey, you're being dramatic. It's not like it's emergency surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast. Besides, I really needed this trip. You have no idea how depressing it is to be unemployed. I'll pay you back eventually." Eventually? Like my son's childhood can just be paused until she feels like paying me back? I've documented everything, every transfer, timestamp, conversation. I'm not letting this slide. Kelly's about to learn the hard way that family ties don't give you a free pass. Violet's helping me sort through what to do next. The bank is investigating, but it's complicated since she had access to my stuff, making it look like the transfers came from my devices. The surgery was set for next month, and now I have to call and cancel it. Just the thought of breaking this news to Koa makes me sick. He's been counting down the days and dreaming about playing soccer with his friends afterward. I've already decided about pressing charges and going to the police. That's happening tomorrow morning. What I'm really stuck on is how to explain to my son that his surgery is on hold, at least for now. How do I tell him that someone he loves picked a vacation over helping him walk properly? Meanwhile, Kelly's still posting away. So, it's been a wild ride over here. You know those Instagram stories that make you feel like you're living a dream? Well, there's Kelly, posting snapshots from her Paris trip, designer stores, fancy restaurants, and all the top tourist spots. Each post is tagged with her location, and guess what? She's bankrolling this adventure with money that should have been for my son's surgery. The cherry on top was a pic of a donation box at Notre Dame with a "feeling blessed to give back" caption. Unreal, right? I've muted her everywhere, but my sister Violet keeps sending me the receipts, saying I need to document everything. She's spot on. Each post is practically a signed confession about where the money meant for my son's surgery went. Some family members are already trying to smooth things over, saying Kelly's having a tough time and she'll pay it back. But how does that make it okay for my son to miss out on his surgery? I'm not letting this slide. My son deserves way better. Latest update? Kelly's posted another story, glass of wine in hand at some chic rooftop bar, boasting about living her best life. Like, cool, keep them coming, Kelly. I'm hitting the police station first thing tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for your support in my last post. This week's been a roller coaster, and I didn't think filing a police report would be just the start. Since Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and gadgets while staying with me, the police see it as a civil issue. They took my statement and all the evidence, but said I'll probably have to go through small claims court. Not what I wanted, but at least it's on record. Meanwhile, Kelly's Paris escapade plays out like a twisted reality TV episode. Yesterday, she posted a haul video, 3 luxury handbags, new shoes, and what she calls her Paris wardrobe upgrade. The money she casually mentioned spending would cover my son's surgery and recovery. She tagged stores and added, "Living my dreams." Just wow. Here's the kicker, Violet did some digging and found out Kelly's spinning different tales to different family members. To our aunts, she claimed I offered to help her start fresh. To our cousins, it was supposedly a loan we agreed on. And to her parents, I was being generous because we're family. The stories shift, but somehow I'm the bad guy for wanting the money back. Kelly's parents offered to help with $2,000 in installments over 6 months to keep peace in the family, like that's enough after their daughter took $12,000 meant for my son. I told them I'd rather see them in court. Their silence was pretty telling. My son has started asking questions. He's a sharp kid and noticed I removed the surgery countdown calendar. I tried explaining we need to wait longer, but he just looked at me with those big eyes and asked if it was because cousin Kelly needed the money more. 7 years old and already learning tough lessons about family. This morning, Kelly texted me, saying I'm blowing things out of proportion and that she's just borrowing the money. As if. Violet's been my rock through all of this, helping me document everything and even creating a spreadsheet to track Kelly's social media purchases. Kelly's basically building our case for us with every new post. The family's split now, with half thinking I should be understanding because Kelly's going through a phase, while the other half is horrified but doesn't want to get involved. Only Violet's openly supporting me, telling our aunt that a phase is like getting a bad haircut, not swiping a kid's surgery funds. Today I had to make some tough calls, starting with canceling my son's surgery reservation, and the hospital put us back on the waiting list. So, I was on this waiting list, right? But then we lost our spot. I called my bank again, and they're still looking into it, but at least they flagged those sketchy transfers. I mean, it's a small win, I guess. Today, Kelly finally picked up one of my calls and guess what her genius idea was? She said I should start a GoFundMe or something because she can't pay right now. I reminded her about that fancy shopping spree she just posted about, and she actually had the nerve to say, "That's different. I needed those for my image, how else am I supposed to network for a new job?" Then, later in the evening, she posted this long Instagram story about cutting off toxic family members and focusing on yourself. She even added some cheesy quotes about negative energy and letting go of people who don't support your growth. It would be funny if it wasn't so maddening. Anyway, I'm meeting with a lawyer next week. Violet found someone who does free consultations. The family says I'm being dramatic for bringing lawyers into this, but seeing Koa trying to keep up with his friends at the park, determined even though he was limping, is all the motivation I need. And get this, Kelly is back from Paris and instead of laying low, she's throwing this Paris-themed dinner party to show off her travels. She even invited me and Koa, saying, "Let's put all this drama behind us." Koa would love the presents. As if some souvenirs make up for swiping his surgery money. I have that lawyer meeting on Tuesday, and Kelly doesn't know yet, but she's going to find out that actions have consequences, family or not. After my last update, things got a bit messy, but I found a way to make Kelly face reality. I skipped her Paris dinner party, but Violet went and openly recorded everything, just like everyone else. Kelly was in full-on show-off mode, sharing her Paris photos and bragging about her purchases. Then she played a video that made my blood boil. She was at a cafe, toasting to my money that funded her trip, laughing it off. Violet sent me the video right away. Kelly flipped, yelling at her to delete it, saying it was a joke and she was ruining the party. Chaos ensued, with her parents trying to calm her down while she screamed about family betrayal. Here's the kicker, Kelly landed this job as a financial coordinator at a local company, but not anymore. Violet found the job listing that required high ethical standards. I sent those hiring folks a simple email with links to Kelly's public posts about her Paris trip. No drama, just her own words. She lost the job offer in no time. She showed up at my place, furious and banging on my door, saying I ruined her career and she was going to pay me back with that job. Koa got scared, and I had to call the police to get her to leave. The cops knew her from my previous report about the theft. Her parents saw the video from the party and changed their tune completely. Now they want her to sell her designer stuff to start paying back the money. But what's Kelly doing? Hiding out in her old room, posting Instagram stories about how she's being attacked by her toxic family and how nobody gets her mental health struggles. The real breakthrough happened at a family dinner at our grandparents' house, where Kelly tried to. So, Kelly was up to her usual poor me act, but this time things took a turn. Our grandfather, who usually stays out of family drama, finally said something. He'd been checking out Kelly's social media and saw she'd been splurging on designer bags with money that was supposed to go towards Koa's surgery. Grandpa wasn't having it. He called her out for buying those bags while Koa could barely walk, and the whole room went dead silent. Kelly started crying, but everyone could tell these tears were different. It seemed like she was actually caught off guard. No one was falling for her excuses anymore, especially after I brought up the civil court case. She tried to pull the "but I'm family" card on me, but I shot back that Koa is family, too, and she chose bags over his health. Things got real quick. Kelly's mom started listing her recent purchases online for resale, and her dad got in touch with my lawyer to set up a repayment plan. Kelly's still trying to fight it, but she's out of luck, no more family to bail her out. Her designer stuff is getting sold off, and that fancy Paris wardrobe has to go, too. Her parents are making her move back home, and they're taking over her finances till she pays everything back. They even found out she's got other debts, like that Paris trip wasn't the only reckless spending spree. Violet's been helping by listing more of Kelly's stuff online, and every time another item sells, Kelly throws another tantrum. Just yesterday, she tried to claim some of the stuff were gifts and we couldn't sell them. Her mom shut that down immediately, saying gifts bought with stolen funds aren't gifts at all. We're starting to get the money back, slowly but surely, though it's still not enough for Koa's surgery. Kelly's dad set up a direct payment plan to make sure it all comes back to us, and she's got no more access to their accounts. The whole family vibe has changed. Kelly's not getting invited to get-togethers, her cousins unfollowed her everywhere online, and even her closest friends are backing away after seeing how she's been handling things. Last night, Kelly posted a story about hitting rock bottom and finding out who you really are, with a screenshot of her deleted Paris posts. Maybe reality's hitting her, or maybe not, because she just texted me saying her life is ruined and blamed me for it. I just told her she did this to herself, and now everyone knows. We've still got a court date next month, though her parents are hoping she'll settle before then. Either way, Koa's getting his surgery money back eventually. Just when I thought there were no more updates, something else happened. We finally had enough for Koa's surgery down payment, thanks to the repayments. I was sorting out the paperwork when my phone blew up with messages. Turns out Kelly lost it at her parents' place after being turned down for another job. Her social media blunders keep coming back to bite her every time someone looks her up online. Instead of owning up, she barged into their house demanding they fix it. Her mom wasn't having any of it, so Kelly flipped out, grabbing her mom's designer bags, saying if her stuff was getting sold, she'd sell theirs too. Her dad caught the whole meltdown on video, mainly because he's learned to document everything now. In the video, Kelly's going off about them choosing Koa over her, their own daughter, and hopes they're happy with their new favorite child. Her mom's comeback was gold. They chose right over wrong and admitted their mistake in not teaching her that difference earlier. Kelly then went on a rampage, trying to delete the video off her mom's phone, but it was already saved to the cloud. She even smashed a family heirloom vase against the wall. Neighbors heard the chaos and called the cops. When they showed up, Kelly tried to accuse her parents of abuse. So, Kelly's been on this wild ride lately. She started off by trying to sell her things, but the officers who dealt with her before weren't buying her story. Her parents? Well, they didn't press charges, which you'd think was good news, but to Kelly, they did something way worse. They totally cut her off. No more picking up her phone bill, no emergency credit card, no roof over her head. They told her she needed to get some professional help and said they'd back her on that, but nothing else until she got her act together. Kelly didn't take this lightly. She went all out on social media, airing out all kinds of dirty laundry about the family, most of it clearly exaggerated or flat-out lies. She said Violet was a klepto, which was never true, that I was using CO's surgery funds for gambling, also a big fat lie, and that her parents were abusive when actually, they pampered her. Everyone saw right through it because, come on, her followers had seen her living it up in Paris and basically watched her fall apart online. The comments were ruthless. People were like, isn't this the girl who took money meant for her disabled cousin's surgery? And still playing the victim after stealing from a kid? She tried to delete the comments, but they just kept coming back. Then she posted this tearful video about being cyberbullied and needing a mental health break. Not even 10 minutes later, she was back online, asking if anyone had a place for her to crash. But crickets. Oh, and here's the kicker, Remember when she got booted from that financial coordinator job? Well, guess who snagged it when they reposted it? Yep, Violet started last week. When Kelly found out, she stormed the office, making a scene until security had to kick her out. Now she's got a trespassing warning to her name. The family, minus Kelly, got together for dinner the other night. Her parents handed over the last check to cover the surgery costs, and while we were there, Kelly kept blowing up everyone's phones, alternating between threats and tearful pleas. We all ignored her. Her last message to me was, "I hope you're happy, you've turned everyone against me, and I'll never forgive you." I didn't bother replying because I was busy helping Koa get his stuff ready for the hospital. His surgery's tomorrow morning. Before her parents left, Kelly's mom had tears in her eyes, not angry ones, when she thanked me for standing up to Kelly. She said they should have done it a long time ago. Then, this morning, something unexpected happened. A package arrived. Inside was $2,000 cash and a handwritten note from Kelly. She'd sold her laptop and some other stuff and apologized for everything. I added the money to CO's recovery fund since he's gonna need physical therapy after surgery. As for Kelly, the word is she's in a youth hostel, hunting for jobs under a new alias, and finally kicking off therapy. Her parents are firm in their tough love stance, they'll fund her therapy, but that's it until she shows real commitment to change. CO's got his surgery in 12 hours, and even though he's nervous, he's also psyched. This morning he said, "Dad, when I can run, I'm going to run so fast that all the bad stuff won't catch us." Go for it, kiddo, you've more than earned it. This'll be my final update, and huge thanks to everyone for sticking with us. Sometimes the hardest thing is standing up to family, but it's also what's got to be done.